Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. We are going to be doing yet another Halloween set. I have been lucky enough to be getting clients that want Halloween sets, and my next video after this is just going to be my mom. She got a fill and she wanted some black nails, which were kind of Halloweenish, so it was kind of like one of those simple sets that aren't really like, you don't have Halloween nail art, but they still give Halloween vibes. So anyway, that will be the next video after this one. I don't know when it will be posted because I still have to like edit and do my voiceover or whatnot, but we're going ahead and we're going to get into these nails. Y'all have seen this previous set that I'm actually filing off right now. I will link that video above right here if you want to go check that out. It was a chrome set that I absolutely failed at, but she loved them and she came back for a fill. So right now I'm just drilling off of all of the nail polish and all of the nail art that she previously had. If it sounds like I'm talking low today, it's because I am. It's because everybody in my house is asleep, but I wanted to get this video up for you guys by tomorrow, which will be Monday. So I just decided to go ahead and do the voiceover while everybody's sleeping and try to knock some videos out as far as editing. But anyway, we're going ahead and with a sanding band. I have my speed for this around, I think 8,000 RPMs, and I'm just going ahead, and while I am filing off of all of the lifted area of her nail, I'm also pushing back her cuticles and going over her natural nail with the sanding band as well, just to knock it all out in one little swipe instead of having to go back and do the prep as well. So basically I'm filing off all of the lifted nail, or any pieces that I feel like are coming up, or any lifting she has. I'm just going to go ahead and get that off of her nail so that we can go ahead and with the fill. And while I'm doing this, I'm also pushing back her cuticles with the sanding band and just roughing up her natural nail. I did go in with the cuticle bit that I love most. However, I didn't really need it because, as you can see, I have it going in forward and now I have it going in reverse. I did it both ways and it wasn't really needed. Like, she didn't really need any extensive prep, just because she didn't have any cuticle, too much dead cuticle on her nail plate. So that was it was really easy to do this fill. It went super quick. I had no issues and I didn't have to do any extensive prep, so that was good. That cut down a lot of time as well. Instead of using cuticle nippers on her, I did go in with a cuticle ball bit just because, like I said, she didn't need any extra prep, or it wasn't any excessive cuticle on her nail plate. So that was something that was just a little alternative that I did instead of using cuticle nippers, because it really wasn't needed today. For my prep, I go in with some alcohol that I use on a lint-free wipe, and then the second step is me going in with my Extra Bond by Mia Secret. You can get that off of Amazon. And then the third step, which is this one right here, I'm going in with my No Lift Primer. So the No Lift Primer and the Mia Secret Extra Bond, you can find that on Amazon, and I do have it linked in my Amazon storefront if you want a direct link to it, which is in my description box. So if you go in my description box, you will find pretty much all the things that I use for my prep on Amazon under my list, and it's just an easy 1, 2, 3. You can just click on it and put it in your cart. So we are going in with Almond by 876 Nails. This is my go-to. This is my favorite acrylic powder. If you don't know, this is my favorite shade by 876 actually. And I've said this from the beginning. Since I first got these acrylics, this was always my favorite shade. And the reason why is because it reminds me a lot of Cover Flamingo by Young Nails. So if you are familiar with Young Nails, then you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Cover Flamingo is like their top seller for cover powders, and this is literally like a dupe for it, and it's way cheaper. So yeah, this is my favorite one. This is my favorite shade by 876, this one and Bubble Pink. So if you're looking for like very neutral pinks that can go with any skin tone and any set, I would definitely recommend Almond and getting Bubble Pink as well. And of course, I do have a code for 876, which is N2H, and that is also linked in my description box. All codes that I have for any brand that has ever sent me anything and gave me a code, it is always going to be linked in my description box. So just be sure to like look over my description box. It has a lot of good details and whatnot that I might skip over sometimes in my videos. So always make sure that you're checking description box on videos. A lot of the times people won't mention what they have listed in their description box, but they'll have like tons of codes to different websites or different nail companies. So be sure to check that out. Overall, this fill was pretty quick because, like I said, she didn't have too much lifting. I didn't really have to do too much. It was grown out quite a bit. However, I just needed like 1 or 2 beads and to fill in the sides if I needed to, and it was done. I also did not make a huge or crazy apex on these nails. So I didn't have to add too much acrylic powder, and I do not cap cover powders that look like this, like unless it's a crazy color like a blue or a green or a black. I don't typically cap my nails with clear. I know a lot of people do, but I haven't had any issues with anybody breaking their nails or anything like that. So this is what works for me. But if you want some extra security, then go ahead and cap your nails with clear, meaning you will put another layer of acrylic over top of this color, which will be in clear. I'm not going to talk excessively through this video today just because I feel like sometimes I talk way too much in my videos, and I don't know, like I don't mind talking through my videos, but sometimes I feel like maybe they're sick of me talking, like maybe I shouldn't talk as much. So for this video, I'm not going to talk as much, you guys, and I am just going to let this part of the video play out until we get to the filing. So there was not much needed filing. The nails came, when she came back, her nails were already in like the same shape that I initially had them in. So there really wasn't too much reshaping to do. I just basically had to rebalance her nails, make sure obviously that the part that needed to be filled in was filled in. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I basically just went over the sides, rounded them out a little bit, and that was it. It was super quick. I am using a knot polish file, I believe, and this is 100 grit. Typically I would use an 80/80 grit. However, I have not had any 88 grits in a very long time, and the reason being is because when I got my mystery boxes last year, in November or December, tons of nail companies had files in them. So I'm still going through all the files that I got last year, and I just have not used them all. So once I'm done with those, I will for sure be going back to 80/80 grit files. Those are my favorite grit to use. However, I do recommend 80/80 grit or 100 grit files. Nothing higher than that. The higher the grit is, the softer it is going to be. The lower the grit, meaning like 80 or 100, the rougher the grit is going to be, and the easier it is going to file the nail. So we always recommend 80/80 grit files for if you want a very crisp shape, like if you're doing square nails. I highly recommend 80/80 grit or 100 grit. I wouldn't recommend anything higher than that. So I'm now going in with my 5-in-1 bit. As you know, well, if you watch my last video, it will be linked at the end if you want to watch it. But if you watch my last video, I did these clown nails. Actually, I'll post it up here. I'll post a little picture of my last set up here. And I was using a different, like a tapered barrel bit, I think it is, that does not have a safety on it. So yeah, those are a no. And I went back to my safety bit, my safety 5-in-1 bit. This is my go-to. This is what I always use. This is also linked on my Amazon storefront. If you are a beginner tech, I highly recommend these. I just don't see the point in not using a safety bit. To be honest, like, it does the same job. I don't know, it seals my cuticles just as good. So yeah, I didn't really see any difference. I didn't see any difference other than that the last one cut me because it was so sharp. But other than that, I saw the same outcome with sealing my cuticles, and it was flush just like they are right now. So yeah, I personally recommend using a safety bit if you are a beginner. And even if you aren't a beginner, I recommend using a safety bit just because it works just as good, y'all. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, but if you feel any different, let me know down below, because what do y'all use? Like, what's your favorite bit of all time? Like, what's your favorite drill bit? Comment down below, because I probably don't have it. I know there are so many drill bits out there, but I feel like I use the same ones all the time. I know a lot of people use the tornado bits, and I have never even had one of those or tried one of those. I know most people use it to debulk though, and I usually don't have too much to debulk, so that's probably why I haven't reached for that on Amazon. But yeah, let me know down below what your favorite nail drill bit is. So we're getting into the nail art, and this was a freestyle. She pulled up some pictures while we were sitting down, but we ended up not really going off of any of them. She just basically said she wanted some Halloween nails and she wanted them to be pink. So the reason why I have two different pictures up here right now is because one of them, I did the spider web different on both hands, and I just want to show you guys the difference in how I did them. One of them has more web than the other one, but it's not really noticeable, and the one to the left went way faster, as you can see, than the one to the right. I don't know what I was doing. Like I told y'all, I always mess up on the first hand. It is just something that I do each and every time that I do nails. Not really mess up, but the first hand is always like, okay, what am I gonna do? Like, let me get it together. And then when we get to the second hand, it's like, boom, okay, I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it quicker this way. So that's basically what I did. The hand on the left is the second hand that I did, and the hand on the right is obviously the first hand that I did, and they both came out cute. I just wanted to do it a different way. I was wondering why I didn't do it the way I did the second one the first time, because I was like, this is so much faster. I don't know why I was making all those individual lines and then connecting them and trying to make them symmetrical, and it was just a mess. So anyways, y'all are gonna see how quickly this is. Both of these hands are sped up at the same speed, but you will see that one of them is obviously done before the other, and that is because it was just a quicker process in the way that I did it. So I highly recommend that you just do it the way that I did it on the left side. And as you can see, it is still going. Like, I'm still doing this finger. So yeah, this was the first one that I did, and this is the one that I do not recommend doing it that way. I definitely recommend doing it the other way. It was just a lot quicker for me. So I have clients that move a lot, and I tend to just go ahead and top coat nail art when it is fully cured, just to knock it out and get it out of the way. So if they do hit anything, or if any other polish or paint gets on their nails, I can just go ahead and wipe it off with some alcohol or acetone, and it will come straight off without ruining the nail art. Nail art takes forever to do, so protect it by all means, y'all. Like, for real, like, protect your nail art, because I promise you, if something happens to it and you have to start all over, or you have to file it off, it's just the worst feeling in the world. You feel so set back, and if you have clients coming in after them, it's going to set you back a lot of time. So especially if you're slow like me, I'm very slow when it comes to nail art. I am not that great at nail art. I actually just started doing nail art, and it was really by force, because people are just coming in and asking me, like, can I do this? Can I do that? And I'm one of those people where if you ask me to do something, I'm going to try it. So yeah, this is what I've been doing with Halloween nails. Everybody's been asking me, like, can I do nail art? And I'm like, we can try. So this is what we did. We didn't really have any picture to go off of. We just looked at Pinterest and we looked at Halloween nails. She said she wanted the theme to be kind of like pink and orange and black, so those are the colors that we chose. She actually asked me to put a ghost on her nail, and I completely forgot to put a ghost on her nail, and she said nothing. She didn't tell me, she didn't say anything at all, but again, she loved her nails. So I don't think it was like a huge issue or anything like that. But if she does come before Halloween is over and we do another Halloween set, then I would definitely be putting a ghost on her nails. But this was just freestyle, free-handed, top of the dome, right off the top of my head. So this is what I came up with, and I was trying to be quick about it. I didn't want to be sitting all day or have her sitting all day, because this set took me, I think, 2 hours and 45 minutes. I am a very slow worker. So I think we were done with everything within like an hour and 45 maybe, and then we had to figure out what the design was, so that took extra time, and then the actual designs took about 45 minutes. So I'm trying to get my designs down to like 20 minutes and just move a lot faster. But there were things where I had to look at a picture, like a pumpkin, y'all. I had to look at a picture for a pumpkin because I was like, how did the lines go? Like, I couldn't think of it in my head. So I started drawing the lines, and then we looked at a picture and I was like, okay, I got it right. So thankfully I got the lines right and they were going the right way. And then I outlined the pumpkin and we just drew a scary face on her pumpkin, and that was it for those nails. And we did the exact same thing on each hand. So I will let you guys watch the remainder of this nail art, and then I will be back. So yeah, you guys, I'm just going ahead and topping the nails with some Sky top coat. This is my favorite top coat to use. Super, super glossy. Highly recommend. I got it in another mystery box that I got last year, and hands down, it's one of my favorite top coats now. So I will be repurchasing, but that was it for this video. This is how the nails came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to go watch my other Halloween videos. Like, I have 2 or 3 other Halloween videos. I will link them down below if you just want to go ahead and click in my description box, and I will see y'all in the next video. I love y'all so much. Mwah. Bye.